wins from their last 10 games. United are in sparkling form, and the team virtually picks itself. An injury to Patrice Evra gives Gabriel Heinze a chance at left-back. Otherwise, it's the same 11 that started against Benfica in the Champions League.
It's easy to point to a number of individuals playing at the top of their game, but for me, the collective element as a team is being absolutely outstanding.
What makes this game so intriguing is that City have found their best form of late.
It really has been terrific this season, and they're going to need another big performance from him today.
Yes, a landmark day for Ryan Giggs, his 688th appearance for United. Only one man in the club's history has played more games, the great Sir Bobby Charlton. Giggs scored against City in his first ever Manchester derby at the age of 17. He's played in just about everyone since. United certainly have the edge when it comes to experience today, but can they make it count? The first challenge from Joey Barton on Ronaldo, upsetting referee Graham Poll.
Well, it's always going to be a feisty game, and Graham Poll's got to take that into context in terms of when he starts issuing yellow cards. But Joey Barton there has left himself wide open, making that challenge so soon in this game.
Tap short to Giggs himself. Played dangerously into the heart of that City defence. Heinze back at the left back, due to the injury to Evra. Here's Ferdinand. Looking down the centre for Giggs. Micah Richards headed it clear. Darius Vassell. Samaras ahead of him. And Trabelsi on the right. His challenge a good one. Heinze just that little bit sharper. And fans of a certain age will never forget their last victory here when the great Dennis Law apologetically backheeled the ball into United's net to condemn his old club to relegation.
That was a terrific ball from Rio Ferdinand. Cristiano Ronaldo had made a superb run infield, about 15-20 yards, and certainly found a bit of a gap in that central defensive position.
He makes the run to the near post. Well, it was an inviting enough ball. Carrick amongst those who tried to make contact. Vidic. Comes clearance straight to Neville. Ferdinand. Saha. Came off distant to Thatcher. The flick by Samaras certainly didn't fool Rio Ferdinand. Saha up well this time against distant. And it's Ronaldo now for United. Rooney had made a great run and a great finish. What a start for Manchester United. Just over 5 minutes gone. Wayne Rooney hits the target.
I'll tell you what, that's his first touch. He's been almost anonymous in this game, and I think it might have been a slight deflection, you know, from the cross from Ronaldo. Might have just caught Distan, that just seems to take the ball out of the way of the path of Richard Dunn, but it's a fabulously searching ball. There's a little touch off Distan. But I tell you what, Wayne Rooney takes it brilliantly. He has one thing in his mind, and that's to take it early. And sometimes, you know, they're not easy. It's coming right across your body. You've got to concentrate, you're focusing, and with your first touch, it's hit the back of the net. What a wonderful start from Manchester.
Wayne Rooney's 50th goal in the Premiership. It could not have been scored in a more appropriate game as far as the fans are concerned. A body blow to Manchester City. Come back out to Barton. And his shot well off target.
Michael Richards might just have to cover around a little bit more. Give Richard Dunn some support.
Thatcher. Vassell. Played by Carrick. As far as distant. Samaras. Good challenge by Vidic. Reina. Richards. Back to Dunn. Reina angles it forward for Carradi. Vassell's in a good position then, but Vidic didn't give him a moment. Giggs took that beautifully. Good challenge though by Richards again. Scholes. What a ball. Ronaldo. You never doubted that he would control it first time, did you? Neville's cross was good as well, and Rooney it is who meets it. Corner. Well, it's a free header. And we all know how good he is in the air. Cristiano Ronaldo. Yes, it was close, wasn't it?
Tell you what, this is a big intervention from Michael Richards. Cristiano Ronaldo does very well, gets his head there and it just catches the back of Richards' head. So that might have just troubled Nicky Waver.
Giggs again with the corner. Samaras got it clear this time, but only as far as Rooney. If he was injured, you'd never have guessed, but there's a break on here for Samaras. However, he hasn't got much support. Had to slow it down. And Scholes took it off him. Richards. Karadi has drifted out to the right, leaving only Reina in the box at the moment for City. Trabelsi. Richards. There's Dunn. Into Karadi. His header finds Samaras. What a good effort that was.
Well, you have to.
Scholes. Ronaldo. Here's Giggs. Just waited for the right opportunity, but Trabelsi read his mind, I think. Rooney. Heinze and Saha under the bar and in. It's a cruel game at times, and Manchester City have paid the price for not clearing the ball when they had the chance to do so. The last minute of the half, Saha makes it 2-0.
Well, you have to feel bitterly disappointed and sorry at times, really, for Manchester City. They find themselves going in probably at the interval 2 goals down, and they've been incredibly unfortunate because Manchester City have probably had the lion's share of possession. And as you've rightly said, paying the price of some sloppy defending. On that occasion, they could quite easily have cleared the lines. But once again, a little deflection has been kind to Manchester United, because that ball came into the path of Saha. He's still got an awful lot to do, and you have to commend his bravery and the way that he goes in with the goalkeeper. So mentally, you're probably thinking right now they might just be beaten.
A storming header from Richards this time, knocks it back in goalwards, and I think the referee's decided that was a dangerous play. Certainly it's a free kick to United.
Brave header from Ferdinand. But again, Micah Richards getting the upper hand, and they just keep the ball alive here. It's Ferdinand incredibly brave at the way he's gone after that header.
Half-time, Manchester City find themselves 2 down, unluckily so. Nothing wrong with the first goal. Wayne Rooney's 50th in the Premiership. The 50th in the Premiership also for Saha just before half-time. The result of poor City defending. Manchester United have played well, but so have their neighbours City. And they could still get back into this game yet. It's United 2, City 0. Thanks, Marcus. Welcome back to Old Trafford. Yes, as if City didn't have enough problems as it is, with a 2-0 deficit. They've now had to change 2 players because of injury, including their goalkeeper, as you've heard. Andreas Isaksson, Sweden's World Cup goalkeeper, coming on for his debut. And better say it's a debut he'll never forget against Manchester United in a local derby. He did play against them in a reserve fixture a few weeks ago in a Manchester Senior Cup tie and conceded 4 goals that night. Headed away by Carrick. Back in from Thatcher. United at full stretch to get it clear. And Scholes has taken a chance here. Unlike City at the end of the first half, United have got away with it. Lovely play by Ronaldo. Scholes. Here's Giggs. Good ball for Rooney. Saha far post. Disappointing.
Hugely disappointing. Good
to Rooney. Manchester United looking to build their lead at the top to 9 points. And even though Chelsea would then have 2 games in hand, anyone in football will tell you it's much better to have the points than the games. Here's Scholes. Here's Rooney. Good save. Saha has missed a sitter.
Continue. United have good advantage. Again, slick play and no real surprise involving Paul Scholes. Clever little run from Rooney. Decent strike, but this is where you would really put your mortgage on Saha finishing this. He gets it onto his favoured left foot. I can't understand why he hasn't side-footed that.
Looking for Rooney. It's come through to Saha. Rooney takes over again and picks out Ryan Giggs.
Oh, you'd have fancied him from there, wouldn't you? And he's got a corner, claiming that the goalkeeper got a touch, but Terrific play again from the front two, always looking for each other, and then the ability of Wayne Rooney spotting that Ryan Giggs is just there to his left-hand side. He's got such good weight on the pass that allows Giggs to come in and hit it first time.
Heinze. Interception by Richards, now Trabelsi. Island. Scholes goes in hard. Brilliant play by Paul Scholes. And Ronaldo in a great position. Oh, brilliant skill from Ronaldo. Rooney!
Well, they were queuing up to score there, weren't they? Influence, no doubt, of Sir Alex Ferguson.
Michael Richards under pressure from Giggs. Barton. Excellent play. A good ball by the City skipper. Scholes has lost out on a challenge for a change. Now Trabelsi. Island. Vidic has been tempted out of the middle and could regret that decision. Island. Here's Trabelsi. Another effort with his left foot. Brilliant goal.
Oh, we've got a game on our hands now. I think Trabelsi was just about to be brought off. I wonder whether Stuart Pearce is going to change his mind, but that really sets it up for a barnstorming finish. But Stephen Allen does brilliantly here. I mean, Vidic has him in a position where really should have dealt with the danger. And Trabelsi, you think at this stage, he's got enough red shirts around him to deal with the danger, but he produces a venomous left foot strike that Edwin van der Sar has no chance whatsoever, and is probably incredibly surprised that Trabelsi has managed to strike that from the position he was in. Just have a look, 4-5 red shirts around the ball, and no one really makes a telling contribution.
Hatem Trabelsi, the Tunisian international, scores his first ever Manchester City goal. Heinze. O'Shea.
Portuguese side took the lead, and as that man has said over the last week or so.
I wonder if Jose Mourinho and some of his Chelsea players are watching this, willing City to score an equaliser. Scholes. Here's O'Shea. With time to size up the options and picks out Wayne Rooney. Deflected towards Ronaldo! City's challenge is over. Manchester United have won it to go 9 points clear.
Thought that probably Distan needs to get tighter. He allows him to turn. Well, as he strikes that ball, is he offside? Probably not. It's very tight. He just gets in behind Richard Dunn. Dunn doesn't deal with the strike from Rooney particularly well, but on that occasion, they get a little bit luck. But that's the third goal Manchester United have scored where a defender has probably contributed to the downfall.
Four goals in his last 8 Premiership games for Cristiano Ronaldo. Well, isn't that so typical of United? A late goal just when it seemed they might concede one themselves. And they're now 5 minutes away from a big win. Foul on Beasley has earned City a free kick. He hopes to back out to Barton. Beasley's there again, driven across the face of goal and away by Ferdinand.
Gary Neville just on a little look at Paul Scholes.
Lovely ball for Giggs. Rooney in the middle. Oh!
That's the quality you're talking about, and that's the difference between the two sides. All right, he hasn't got his header on target, but that ball from Heinze, and then the quality of Ryan Giggs. He's only got one to hit in there, but he makes sure that he does with an accurate ball in. And he's been off his feet a few times, hasn't he? He's still got that hunger and desire. He's desperate to get back to winning trophies, Sir Alex Ferguson.
Done. Island. We're now in the final minute of the 3 added on by referee Graham Park. There's Wayne Rooney. It's Neville thundering forward in support. And getting it back from O'Shea. Good turn by Rooney. Great play by Rooney, and he was fouled by Thatcher. Time for the icing on the cake, perhaps.
And the concentration and the intensity on his face.
is Ronaldo. It was never 10 yards, but the referees let it go on as Carrick shoots and wins the corner.
Stephen Ireland's virtually shaking hands with Cristiano Ronaldo as he's got to take the strike here. As he breaks from the wall. Well, certainly the...
Giggs drives it in low to Scholes, and there's the final whistle. Manchester United have won to go 9 points clear of Chelsea at the top of the Barclays Premiership. It's the biggest lead they've had in over 5 years since they won the title in 2001. And Manchester City's long wait for a victory at Old Trafford goes on another year. Cristiano Ronaldo scoring the third goal after Wayne Rooney had set United on the way inside the opening few minutes. And then a goal by Saha on the stroke of half-time. Hatem Trabelsi brought City back into the picture in the second half. Frankly, they were never out of the picture, really. They played well, and well enough to take encouragement, but they've lost again at Old Trafford, where they haven't won for 32 years.